Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, I would like to talk about the meaning of 12 signs on the zodiac wheel and how those energies play out in our life and in your natal birth chart. And this is going to be a quick overview. I'm not going to go too deep because it takes really long time. And if you like to know how it plays out in your birth chart or in your life specific circumstances, I can do personal reading. We'll leave the information down below. Don't hesitate to reach out. And yeah, let's get started. So if you look at those 12 archetypes on the zodiac wheel, actually it kind of correlates with our human lifespan, how we experience this life from being a baby to until being, grow old and we die. Like that's the entire cycle. So from that perspective, if you look at first sign, the fire sign, Aries, all about new beginnings, initiation, starting something new. But it really, like on the zodiac wheel, like everything is interconnected, nothing stands on its own. So you could say actually everything started from the 12th house, which is house of Pisces, where everything dissolved and deformed from there, and then Aries born and start a new direction. So everything is interconnected. So Aries energy is more like a newborn energy, like where it's so curious about the world. It's on its journey to develop sense of self, personality. Basically, you're developing your ego. So you are all about like initiating, beginning something new to know more about yourself and really ground that sense of self energy. And you can like summarize this archetype as like, what do I want? Like in order to know what you want, you gotta go out there, try new things, different things, to know like what you don't want, so you know what you want. And it's about like experimenting with new things. And Aries is like a fire sign, so it has so much energy, and it ruled by the planet ruler Mars, and Mars gives it so much energy for them to initiate something, or start a new beginning. So the next one is Taurus. As I said, everything is connected. So from Aries energy, the newborn energy, now we're moving down to Taurus. Taurus is more receiving energy, like where else Aries is more giving out external, like yang, masculine energy, where Taurus is more feminine, receptive energy, where it wants to meet its needs. So this is all about what do I need? As babies are born, they gotta meet their, like they're in a physical body now, so they gotta meet their survival needs. So this sign correlates with physical possessions, finance, and then what do you like what do you love? So it's really about not only how you meet your survival needs and what's your preference. Do you prefer to meet your needs in this way, or a different way? Like someone might be, let's say the second house is ruled by Taurus. If you have a Sagittarius there, like instead of Taurus, like you might meet your needs more Sagittarian way. Or if you have Gemini, you might meet your needs the Gemini way. So it's really important to know your preference, so you know how to feel happy while you're meeting your needs. And next one, Gemini is air sign, and it's the first air sign. It correlates to how do I think. So now we're going towards to our mind. how we think, how we process information, how we learn things. So if you start as a baby in Aries, Taurus is toddler and trying to learn what she likes, what she doesn't like, learning about its own values. And in Gemini, it's now you're like maybe 6, 7 years old, you're about to go to school and you're learning all about language, communication, all the knowledge passed down humans like generation to generation. Now you got to learn that. So you got to learn the language, you got to learn how to communicate. In traditional astrology, the sign like correlates with what, like your siblings, your like short trips and blah blah blah. But it's really like you're communicating with your immediate surroundings. Who do you communicate daily basis? Your parents, your friends, your schoolmates. But it's really like Gemini archetype. Like, I don't want to confuse with house with sign. So Gemini archetype really focus on like labeling information, how our mind process information that comes to our way, and we're learning how to process information in the sign. And so it correlates with how do I think. And the next sign is Cancer. Cancer is water sign, and this is the first water sign, like from the first Aries to Virgo. It's all about our self perception, or like we're developing sense of self. So this is going to be the first water sign where we encountering with our emotions first time. Like, okay, Gemini is more mentally processing stimulus or information coming in our way. Cancer is more emotionally processing all the stimulus coming to your way. So it's like you're going to school, you communicate, you play with your peers, and you come home, like you let so much energy out. Now you got to retreat back to your home environment where you feel comfortable to recharge yourself or re-energize yourself. So Cancer is all about being that emotional security. Where do you feel safe? Where do you feel secure? What's your emotional home? So that's why it's like ruled by this emotion sign Moon, because our emotions can change as fast as the moon changes day-to-day basis. So it's really important to know where's your moon at. That's how you retreat inside yourself. How do you process things? What makes you feel safe and secure emotionally? So knowing your moon sign is also very important in astrology. Okay, let's move on to the next sign, Leo, the fire sign. So this really correlates with your teenage years. Like, you've been developing your self-identity, your needs and values, your how do you think, your communication, how do you process your emotions. Now you got some maturity, you know about yourself. Now it's time to show this. Like, all this Aries to Cancer might be like happening inside you, but when it comes to Leo, you got to show it to the world outside of you, so people can actually see your unique part, your talent, your how you are different than others. So it's more about self-expression, because everybody is really like unique in their own way. So Leo represents that energy, like, I want to show others how I'm different, or what do I prefer. It's your playful side where you really like self-actualize and really focus on your own needs and self-expressions. And it's ruled by sun, which sun shines. It just like it shows itself without consideration of others' expectations or needs, like sun shines no matter you feel too hot, too cold. So it does its own thing. So you are in the stage of like teenage years that you're expressing yourself and you're experiencing life, you're having fun. And next sign is Virgo. Virgo is the air sign where it's more advanced level of Gemini, which is Gemini is all about collecting information. But when it comes to Virgo, like, okay, let's use this information to make a difference or serve others or do something about it. So Gemini and Virgo, they both ruled by Mercury, but they're at the like a little bit different level. And Virgo is about responsibilities. We can't be Leo all the time. So now we learn about ourselves, we developed our values, and we know our unique self, Leo. But now it's time to take care of our responsibility. Like we gotta work, we gotta meet our needs in a society where we're being helpful. We go to work, we take care of our physical body. That's why like Virgo also correlates with health. Like how do we take care of this vehicle helping us to experience this physical world? So it's correlates to our day-to-day routine. What do we do day-to-day basis, and what do we do for work? And the next sign is Libra. Start from Libra. Now we're moving on to how do we relate ourselves in a society? How do we relate ourselves with others? Because Aries to Virgo is all about us, right? Now we're in the social context. How do we relate with others? So Libra is all about comparison and the relationships with others. So how, like with the relationship others, they play a role of mirroring you. So they show you the blind spots you don't see yourself. And Libra also about cooperation and sharing resources. So because you're not the only one lives in the society, you got to coexist with others. So you got to balance the way you meet your needs. Also, you're meeting those needs without, taking away others' needs or hurting others. So there got to be balance how you meet your needs and how others meet their needs. And we're in this cooperative way. And Scorpio, now we're going to take the Libra energy one level deeper. Basically, Libra is more about acquaintance, or like I just meet someone at work, my coworkers, my friends, and even like romantic relationships at the beginning, we just, they know us like a surface level, but they don't know us the deepest level. So now Scorpio is taking it one level deeper, where they really get to meet us, the emotional side of us, the Cancer side of us. Everyone might know our Gemini side of us, but they don't know the Cancer side, the emotional side of us, and the vulnerable part of us. That's why like Scorpio is represented by this the scorpionic, like we have a hard shell, but inside that hard shell we got this vulnerable, soft part of us, but we don't easily show others because we're afraid to getting hurt. It's just our coping or survival mechanism. So Scorpio is about who do I trust to show this vulnerable part of me, because we do not tell our vulnerable stories or vulnerable experience with everybody. Like we have coworkers and friends, we don't just go out there tell everything about us, right? Someone comes into our life, it doesn't have to be romantic relationship. Usually we gotta be vulnerable in a romantic relationship or long-term commitment, but it doesn't only have to be romantic. It could be anyone that you can trust them enough to show your the soft, the vulnerable part that nobody knows about you. And this is a sign of like shadows, and even like the dark part of us that we don't want other people to know. So Scorpio in a spirituality correlates with like doing the shadow work, bring those dark part of us into the light so it can be transmuted. So it's a sign of transformation. And it's also sign of empowerment, because once we are confident that we can trust people even though they might hurt us certain way, but we can still move forward, we willing to be vulnerable, and we feel empowered. But if you're always in a protective mode and don't want to show anything, that's more a decision of like out of fear, so you are disempowered. So that's why like this sign correlates with empowerment and a transformation through like digging out your shadow part or vulnerability. Kind of stay too much in Scorpio because I'm a Scorpio sun sign. But anyways, Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's all about exploration, adventure. I think it's represented with this arrow, like you shoot it in the air, see where it goes. So it's about like having more and more experience in your life and experience different things that gives you meaning. Like you're really exploring what you want in a bigger sense, or something that has a meaning to you. And it can be, sometimes it can show up like a little bit shallow, that like, oh, you want to do everything but you're not committed to anything. The Sagittarius energy, like Sagittarius in a relationship wants to jump from one to other, or Sagittarius in, I don't know, like any sign or any house sign, you're always trying to explore more. And then the sign comes after that is, oh, I forgot the phrase correlates with Sagittarius. It's like the big picture, like what's the big picture? What's the meaning of this? And Scorpio is like, who do I trust? Libra is, who do I relate? Oh, how do I relate? Sorry. So the sign after Sagittarius is Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is going to tone down that Sagittarius energy, like, oh, you want more and more. Well, let's have less. Like, let's focus on something or commit to something. Like Capricorn is the earth sign. It's more like it prefers to be grounded. So when Sagittarius is too much up in the air and Capricorn pulls it down, like, okay, why not we just focus on one thing and do it really good? Like, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So after your adventures with Sagittarius, you're gonna settle on one thing and really hone your skills. It's like, you know, when you go to school, you start with like generic knowledge, general knowledge at the beginning. The more you go up in college, you choose specific major and you go to master's degree, you really hone in like one area. PhD is like really, really specific. And then you're like master at something. That's like really the Capricorn energy. How do we like master something or hone in or laser focus on something and achieve something, or climbing to the top or whatever? So that is more the Capricorn, the mature, responsible energy. The phrase I wrote is, how do I actualize? Sagittarius taught me what I really want, and how like Capricorn helps you how to actualize that want and take it deeper. So the next sign is Aquarius. Now Aquarius is like more like Leo, but the mature version of Leo. Leo is about me, my self-expression, who cares about others. But Aquarius is like, okay, I have this talent, I have this unique perspective, or I learned this throughout my life, I developed this skill, or I came to this realization. How do I integrate that into society? How do I integrate my uniqueness into society where I can serve the society I live in? Or like, it's the sign of like humanitarian groups and friends. So it's really combining or serving the society with all the experience you had, knowledge you had, and you know exactly, like Aries was like so curious and trying to experience different things, know about itself. Now Aries matured into Aquarius, like, oh, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I'm good at. Now how do I use that to serve others? Aquarius might go like different ways. It might choose to belong to a group and serve that group, or it might go away of like rebellious and detached. I want to do my own thing, I don't care what others think, like that kind of way. So there's like a higher manifestation of Aquarius and a lower manifestation, but Aquarius also air sign, so it's more like intellectual, or our mind playing a role in our self-actualization, how we are different than others, and how our difference can serve the society. And the last but not least, Pisces, water sign. And now we've been through the entire human lifespan. When it comes to Pisces, we're pretty much at our deathbed, where we're gonna dissolve our Aries. We're trying to develop the sense of self, and then in Pisces we have to let go that sense of self, dissolve it, or surrender to something bigger than us. To it's like death is the beginning of something new. Like when there's someone is dying, there's a new baby is born. So we are gonna surrender, we are gonna dissolve ourselves and let go, or we die in Pisces, and then Aries takes over and starts the entire cycle again. So I hope I didn't explain the Pisces is like kind of depressing, but Pisces is a sign of like compassion and love, and you know, it's more than it shows us like there's more than just us, me. There's something bigger that we're part of, something bigger that we're connected to. uh, our purpose of living on this planet is more than what we think, and we're interconnected with cosmos. It's beyond the earth and this physical world, it's the spiritual world, and it's the other dimensions or totality of everything. It's the sign of God. Anyways, so from there it dissolves like all your experience, perceptions, and your achievements, everything you've been through your entire life dissolves in the Pisces, and then Aries takes that information and initiates another new beginning, and it goes on and on. So I hope I gave you guys a basic understanding of 12 zodiac signs, and if it resonates any sense, appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and if you need a personal reading, reach out to me. I will talk to you guys next video. Thank you so much for watching.